Welcome back. In this video, I want to talk about an irk of mine, if you will. I want to talk about and debunk the notion that using AI somehow makes you an expert in anything. It's a prevalent misconception, and it's in every industry at the moment. Because AI is in every industry at the moment, and it does not discriminate. So many internet personalities peddle this really fallacious, misconception that using AI somehow does make you an expert in the field. So today, I want to discuss the risks involved with that notion, especially as so many of us are beginning to adopt AI into our lives. And some of you might be saying, V, what gives you any authority in this space? Well, my expertise, so to speak, is in the area of learning and our human brains. I have a master's degree in educational technology and new media, with an emphasis in online learning. So my expertise is really how we interact with technology and leverage it to learn, and thinking about how we learn through technology. That's where metacognition comes in, but we'll talk about that later. I also have a degree to teach English and have taught within classrooms too, and I really do think that gives me a unique perspective to discuss how AI might affect us. Anyway, back to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a tool, and akin to any tool, it's only as good and as useful as the person, the individual, the user that is wielding it. For example, we can think about any tool, like a jackhammer. If you have a jackhammer, your goal is to probably, destroy the concrete. But if you don't know how to use a jackhammer, you could simply pick it up, turn it on, and get going. You can wield the jackhammer with reckless abandon and still get the job done. But would this constitute as a mastery level, an expertise level? No. Absolutely not. Similarly, wielding artificial intelligence doesn't make you an expert in whatever field you're targeting. AI can absolutely augment our abilities, but it simply cannot replace a deep, profound understanding of a field from a human level. So here are my 3 reasons that are kind of connected to why we should all stop saying you can become an expert by just using AI. First, it does bring a sense of overconfidence. Becoming an expert and having expertise has never been static. It is a dynamic experience, and anybody that has any sort of substantial background in a field can tell you that. It takes perpetual learning and self-development, and of course, refinement. I think that's the coolest thing about humans, actually, is the ability to think about how we think. Overconfidence does nothing for expertise. So there is the first, unwarranted confidence. You are not him, and AI certainly isn't him. Remember, I did say they were all somewhat connected, so number 2, an over-reliance on AI could bring on a scarcity of critical thinking. If we as learners and as a society begin to rely too heavily on AI, we might actually lose our sense to critically think and question the outputs that we are receiving. We often do this all the time in classrooms when lecturers or, our superiors are telling us something, we often don't question it. And I don't want us to fall into that role as society with AI. AI is powerful, but it's not omniscient, and it will take experts to critique and analyze the outputs that we're getting. And if you're not the expert, who are you to actually analyze or fact check what you're receiving? Which does lead us to number 3, the ethical implications of these companies that are pushing these products. Even if you are an expert in the field, which means number 2 wasn't for you, people that adopt the notion that they are experts after using AI harbors the potential to perpetuate biases, potentially infringe upon privacy, and even pose existential threats. If all of this isn't judiciously managed, we might be looking at a really tough issue on our hands. And perhaps most alarming, many people think AI might be the remedy to the issues that I just brought up and not the cause. I think we should move with purpose and awareness of these issues as we begin to adopt and integrate AI into our daily lives. And again, on this channel, it might appear that I have a lot of positivity towards AI, and I do. I work with AI professionally. I studied a bit of AI academically, and I really love it and have fun, and it's piqued my curiosity, personally. And AI can be used as a shortcut to expertise. As I said earlier in the video, AI absolutely can augment our capabilities and streamline our processing of information, all personalized to our own learning styles if you have the access to the tools, that is. I'm just saying that AI is not a substitute for expertise. It's a super powerful tool that, when used with discernment and understanding of its mechanics, actually can be super beneficial. And I would recommend everybody learn about AI and adopt some AI into their own lives now rather than later. I say this because it's incumbent on us to actually make sure that we're holding ourselves accountable, but that means knowing what's going on. We can't leave it to others to let us know. We have to go out, we have to seek the information and be curious. Because without the requisite knowledge and critical thinking skills, what is society gonna be like? Just a bunch of people following AI with potentially misguided actions and solutions and conclusions? So how do we use it ethically, responsibly, and understand its limitations? It's just going to continue to grow as a type of technology. I think of it similar to the internet in that way. From a teacher standpoint, the internet sort of acts as this cool database. In the simplest of terms, I think AI could operate as some sort of processing, for learners. So there's a lot of application here. There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Did I do a pretty good job here? Anyway, if somebody's told you you can be an expert by just buying this AI tool, probably think twice. Practice some of those critical thinking skills, Anyway, that's all the time I have today. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Bye.